Hello everyone, and welcome to day 5 of our Vlogmas 24 Days of Christmas series. And I'm Chelsea if you're new to the channel. If not, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So today's video, I was going to work on some more things for my tree, but I did need to try something. So I tested out how to make something and I think I figured it out. So that one I'm going to bring to you in one of our next videos. And show you how I ended up doing it because I'm excited. I think they're going to turn out really cute. But today instead, I'm going to go through a to be read book list, and I've kind of set this up different. So my thought was, it's kind of like an advent calendar of books where you don't know which one you're going to get, but it's books that I own. It's things that I have not got to, I haven't read, and they've been sitting on my shelf. And any of you people out there like me that are readers and you enjoy reading and you're a book hoarder, I know you do the same. You have a stack somewhere in your house that you had to buy because it was either a pretty book or it sounded really great and you're like, I have to own it, and you still haven't read it yet. So these are some of those of mine, and what my thought was I was trying to think of things, first of all, that you can do as kind of an advent calendar effect without costing a lot of money, right? I try to think of things that are for fulfillment and enjoyment that don't always cost money. And this was something that I thought could be a good idea. So rather than buying a bunch of new books, even though I would love that too, I know that I have a bunch that I haven't got to, and I'm like, why haven't I got to them? What is it that makes me keep passing them on the shelf and just overlooking them and buying new ones or going to the library and getting different ones, right? So what I did, because I have kind of some shelves that are my to be read shelves, I had somebody else go in and choose a multitude of books that are on my I haven't read shelf yet and wrap them for me. So I had them try to pick things that were like of similar size so that I couldn't really figure it out. And in all fairness, I haven't scanned my bookshelves in a really long time, so I can't really figure it out and remember what I have anyway. But then I'm going to select one as if it were my advent calendar surprise. And I need to evaluate whether I want to read it, whether I want to donate it, add it back into my to be read list and push it up on the priority because it's been sitting on my shelf, or what, lend it to somebody else who will read it and maybe enjoy it. So it should be interesting because I don't know which ones they selected, and it's going to help me narrow down my stacks and figure out and make some choices, right? So I thought this could be kind of a fun thing. So I'm going to choose 2 today. I'm going to pick 2 of them, and it's kind of fun. It's like presents, yeah? I'm like, yay, I still get to like unwrap something. So I'm gonna choose 2 today. But first, let's find my tea of the day. So it is day 5. So this is what we have today in my Numi tea 24-day journey. Organic herbal Tijan honeybush South African nectar. That sounds really cool. And it is another caffeine-free one. So take a look there. This is what we have. And the steeping time, 5 to 6 minutes. Okay, so organic honeybush, that's the ingredient. I don't think I've ever tried something that was honeybush. I don't know what that is. So we're gonna see what it tastes like. Oh, and appropriately, I picked my just one more chapter little mug that I have here. I thought that was appropriate for the start of my first selection of surprise books, mystery books, which may be mystery or not mystery. All right, I'm going to let that steep for a few minutes and I will choose my first book. So it's kind of funny because it's like, you know, when you're a kid and you're like, okay, pick which present. And I don't know about anybody else, but it was always like, is there an order? Because sometimes my mom would be like, hold on, there's an order. And she would literally check a list and be like, yeah, you need to open that one first. Because depending on what it was, if things were related to each other, I would be able to figure out what the rest of my gifts were if I picked a certain one first. So now I have that feeling. I'm like, which one first? I think today I'm just going to take the one on top today. I'm going to take this one. And there's 2 in this wrapping paper. All the way on the top, all the way on the bottom. So I just feel like I'm gonna pick one to start evening out the doubled wrapping paper because my brain's weird. So Let's start with this one and see what it is. Oh, and it's a Christmas book. So yeah, I never get to my Christmas books, which it's like the season comes and then I feel like I get too busy to start it in time to finish it, and then I don't start it because I have this weird thing where I'm like, I don't want to read a Christmas book after Christmas. I need to just do it because I do it with Halloween. I'll read like horror books or something after Halloween. And I mean, that's not a Halloween theme, but I don't know. I'm rambling. It's just my thoughts there. So Christmas at Little Beach Street Bakery. That's so cute sounding, by Jenny Colgan. Honestly, I don't remember this one. I feel like this might have been in my mystery book wrappers library and they threw this in because they knew I didn't read it. So this one kind of is a surprise, but it's a cute cover. It's so appropriate. Matches my outfit today. In the Cornish coastal village of Mount Polbearn, the Christmas season has arrived. It's a joyous time for family, friends, and feasting as decorations sparkle. La la la. Polly's Little Beach Street Bakery, the aroma of gingerbread cookies and other treats tempts people from the cold. Polly is busy keeping up with the demands of the season, but she still makes time for her beekeeper boyfriend, Huckle. Beekeeper. Hey, Busy Bee Chronicles. That's funny. She's especially happy to be celebrating the holiday this year with him and can't wait to cuddle up in front of the fireplace. Yada yada. Now it will take all of the villagers working together in order to ensure everyone has a happy holiday. Full of heart and humor. Okay, so maybe I will try to get to this one before Christmas because it sounds like an appropriate read for this time of year. Might be kind of fun. Leisurely read. Sounds a little Hallmarky, yes, but you know, a good Hallmark movie, I'll take it. Predictable endings, but they're always going to end happy. So sometimes you just need that. Okay, I think the tea has steeped long enough. The inside of my cup is kind of like beige, but by the looks of it, it would have had almost a lavender color. Now I wish I would have put it in a clear cup so I would know. Oh, this is kind of sweet. It's weird. It didn't have any sweetener in it, but it's organic honey bush. So maybe it gets its name from being kind of sweet. It reminds me a lot of this tea years ago. I don't remember who I got them from. Oh, I can't remember who it was. But I used to do Relay for Life, which is like a fundraiser. It's an organization that does fundraising for cancer research and everything. And you had to have like a fundraiser at your booth because basically it was an event. Everybody had different fundraisers and you could choose, and you also had to have something where you put out information about, knowledge about different treatment or, being made aware. I can't think of the word right now. Like awareness of getting checked and all these kinds of things. You can kind of have your choice, but educating people on different things about cancer. So my booth, we did our theme one year, couple years, we did like Alice in Wonderland, and it was a lot of fun. But we offered tea, so that was one of our fundraisers, that you could buy different teas, and someone donated a bunch of like hot teas to us, and so that was really nice that they donated them, so we were able to sell it, make money for the organization, yada yada, right? But she had like these really fancy different flavors, and this really reminds me of one of those that just kind of brought it back. It was a like toasted almond cookie something. The name made it sound like a dessert. I remember that, toasted almond or something. But for some reason, this reminds me of that. And I forgot about that tea. And I don't even remember what brand it was to go find it again. But I liked it. I liked that one a lot. So yeah, I really like this one. That's cool. I'll have to remember this and then see if I can order it. So honeybush South African nectar. Oh, and of course we have our little things. Let's see. So for day 5, it says, bake cookies to share with coworkers, a teacher or frontline workers. They deserve it. Aw, they do deserve it. I'm not baking cookies today, but it's a good idea, and I like that. So maybe sometime this season I'll bake some cookies and bring them to some of my coworkers. Can bring them some cookies. Okay, time to choose a second book. I'm gonna do 2. So I'm gonna go with another double wrapping paper. I feel like that's, you know, it's just how my brain is today. So there's 2 of this paper. So let's go ahead and do that. Cute paper too. Oh, okay. I remember buying this. One, I love the cover. This was one that I saw the cover and it did draw my eye to it. You know, books are more than their covers. Don't judge a book by its cover. Of course, we all know the saying, but also they can attract our attention and that's okay. So I really loved this one. And there's a few of them. This was just the first one that I got. So it's by Courtney Peppernell and Time Will Tell. And it's actually like, it's poetry. So I don't really, poetry's never been necessarily my thing. I read a lot of it in school. I took a lot of literature classes since I went to school for liberal studies for education. So just a lot of poetry having to be read in there. But it wasn't ever something that I really picked up to read for fun per se. But this one just kind of caught my eye and I liked that it seemed very positive and like short little bits. So I thought this looked neat and fun and cozy. That's the word I would describe it. It's cozy and it seemed very whimsical. So I should really get to reading this one. I'm not getting rid of this either. I'm hanging on to this one. Maybe I'll start this one in a way of like read one a day. Because I mean with something like this I could easily do that. They're short. So it's like read one poem a day. And then I would be able to keep myself on track. Yeah, so the other books, it says from the best-selling author of Pillow Thoughts and Watering the Soul. So this is not their first one. This was just the one that I chose that day. I didn't read them in order. I don't think you have to. It's just different books that were put out. But this one comes another deeply honest and moving collection of poetry and prose about the strength and resilience we embody in the face of hardship and change. Time Will Tell offers what Courtney Peppernell does best: hope, encouragement, and the beauty of looking inward. So I need to get back to reading. I haven't read in a few weeks. And I was doing so good. I was reading a lot. And then I just got super busy. So maybe this will bring me back into doing some reading. It's a little bite-sized pieces each day. So yeah. Okay, so I have to get to my puzzle. So let's see what our little puzzle add-on for day 5 is. Okay, so got all my little boxes out. Let's pull out day 5. Oh, and I just realized there's different like symbols on each one. A little mitten today. That's cute. And I can tell, I think, we'll see if this one has 2 edges because that will tell me if this is the full width of it. If it's one more square is the width of it. If not, I'm going to be in trouble. I feel like this puzzle is going to be the exact size of my table, which we know will not be very practical for actually putting the rest of it together. But let's see how we can make that happen. Okay, so we left off at our little ice skating one. This is all the way to the edge, the other edge of my table, and so this is what I've got left. So let's see here. Spin it around. I won't be able to do that either as I fill more in. And see if we have enough flat edges that make a top and a side. Okay, I'm thinking this table is not going to be big enough because it looks like I only have flat edges again for the top. Uh-oh. I have to find a new place to do this. Okay, I'm totally struggling with this one and I feel really challenged right now. But I just cannot decipher what matches up. So I'm gonna have to cheat on this one. I'm gonna have to look at that poster that came with it. I'm gonna try not to look at the other ones and just find that one really quick and get a glance at what it looks like, because this is taking way longer than it should. So I'm gonna take a look really fast. Okay, I'm gonna open it up first, so I try not to see the other ones. Oh, perfect, the back is all numbers, so let's see if I can, I'll find it by number. Okay, 5. 5 is right here. I'm not visualizing these doors. Like it all looks upside down to me. Ah. I'll show you guys so you can see. Just this one. So this is the one I'm working on. I'm gonna put that away. No more cheating. And there's probably some of you looking at this right now screaming at me going, oh my gosh, it's right there. This might not be the smartest method, but I am just going to start by narrowing down a piece at a time and fitting it into corners. Day 5, all finished. It's a beautiful image. That's nice. I like that they kind of gave a variety. Like there's some kind of cartoon ones, and then this one's a little bit more, you know, toward the realistic end of an image. All right, I am definitely not proud of how long that took me. I'm not gonna, I know I'm not keeping all of that in to show you, so I'm not sharing how long that actually took. Pretty image, but yeah, finished it. So that's still not the end. So I might have to start breaking this up in pieces because this is still like my best table height to do these and putting these off to the side, and then I'll put them all together on the floor maybe at day 24 or something. Because yeah, we're gonna lose some space here in the next day. But anyways, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed some of my little books. We have more throughout our 24 days of Christmas that I'm going to open up and reevaluate, see where I put them on my priority to read list. And of course I am going to get back to my tree decorations and finally putting up my tree and fully decorating it and being able to show you guys. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified anytime I post new videos. Thanks again for buzzing by, and I will see you tomorrow.